Alrighty, so we did our stream this morning, and I attempted to, at the very least, clear floor 1, and I honestly think that's probably where I'm going to be sitting for a while, until there's more support, or, you know, a specific character for this game mode to come out, or for this boss specifically. So, yeah, I was able to beat floor 1. You can see I have the reward for it. Very nice, very cool, but I also have 2 dead units, so we're going to reset here. I'm going to try and show you guys just floor 1 and sort of show you the boss in general. I did see already today that Nag has put out a video where he is using Gother, Festival Gother, and it's kind of a weird setup, mainly because his debuff card is absolutely like 100% useless, which is very weird to me, but it somehow works out. So I am going to be trying it as well, because I think Festival Gother is really fun lately now that he has a Holy Relic. And apparently the gimmick behind it is, you know, you just rush an ult with him or whatever. He gets the, you know, everybody gets their attack-related stats increased, and it makes melee hit really, really hard. So hopefully we can beat floor 1. I'll try it a couple of times. We'll see how we do. I'm hoping to get a clear, but Skol and Hati, very, very cool. I'm really liking the fight so far. I think that they're very, very cool, very neat designs. You know, the fact that it's one big dog, one small dog, and then they, you know, swap, and then you have to get to the actual, like, you know, third phase mechanic where they're both big and they beat the crap out of you. It's very neat. The fight itself, if you don't know, it just feels like so far that there's just a ton of like heft. Like the characters or the enemies are just super tanky, which is a bit weird. Obviously I think that's one of the reasons why this Gother does so well, is because you're increasing your, you know, attack related stats so you can do more damage, and you can make up for the fact that they have either, you know, so much HP, or they're, you know, increasing their defense related stats, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I'm still not super impressed with Freyr here. He does obviously help because of his passive. Being, you know, making your entire team immune to ignites is pretty big for this fight, because that would definitely suck to have to deal with as well. So if at all possible, we're going to try to I guess just make sure we can hopefully get a stance cancel for him if we can. And then I think we'll do something like this. Even phase 1 for this one, like normally, like the phase 1 of the bird is pretty easy up until like the very last phase, where he obviously starts to get, you know, you have to use like power strike cards, blah blah blah, whatever. That's like the really hard gimmick for floor 1 of the bird. But for the deer, it was more or less just dealing with the rotation aspect, like having to deal with the color wheel and everything. But for these guys, it just, like, the floor 1 mechanic for phase 3, which this one only has 3 phases, which I think is pretty interesting, is that you have to kill both of them in the same turn, or else basically the other one just full heals and it becomes a huge hassle. So if at all possible, you need to sort of like have your ults ready, making sure that you're doing everything in your power to kill them in the same turn, or else you're just going to get absolutely obliterated. So dealing pretty good damage there. We have his Holy Relic active at this point. I need to get a heal off so that way Freyr doesn't take too much more damage. We are starting to build up a lot of melee stack. Ooh, this might do too much. Not awful. If I'm not mistaken, it also helps a lot having Gother's Holy Relic active, because it increases attack-related stats, which ends up making her heal do more, which is actually quite nice. So, I'm nowhere near Freyr's ultimate, which is a bit concerning. We'll see how this goes. I know I'm using it on the wrong character here, but I want to try to have his ult. I don't know if this is going to kill or not. We'll see. Okay, does kill. Very nice. That move is just very meh. So I never really assume that it's going to do too much. But this phase is kind of annoying because he can freeze you. So you want to make sure that you get this phase over with as quickly as possible. And because I'm not running Escanor like I was in the last one, I think it'll be a little bit more difficult for me to one-shot this, especially with my Freyr only being 1/6. So We'll see how this goes. If you can beat it in 2 phases, it's still fine. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you definitely want to try to beat it within the first 2, or else it starts to get really bad. I don't think this is going to do much at all. Can we draw some decent cards? Okay, we got an Amplify, and we got one of the bad Freyr cards. So, not the worst. I think we should still be able to kill here. He did freeze Freyr, but we can actually remove that and heal a little bit. I think we just go ahead and use... maybe... Well, I mean, I've already got full stacks, so I don't think it really matters, but... I think we do something like this. Not having Escanor's ultimate might end up hurting me quite a bit, because I kind of try to rely on his ult to help make sure that I kill both of them in the same phase. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know anything about the passives for this one just yet, so I don't know what passives are good, what passives are bad. Increases the hero's crit damage by 10% for each orb removed from the hero's ultimate move gauge. Limit of 10 times. So I think this is the first time I'm running a team where I even remove ultimate move gauges at all. So I guess that could be a little concerning. I think we go ahead and use the ult here. Let's get some AoE damage out. Let's go ahead and waste this and get it out of hand. And then I think we throw this as well. So that way we can start trying to build up towards Gother's ultimate if possible. So unfortunately they are immune to all debuffs. So literally his purple card is completely worthless, which is unfortunate. But we'll see how it turns out. So we've got ult in hand. We do have 2 Amplify cards, which is kind of nice, but not sure how this is going to go just yet. I do really like their attack animations and stuff too. Very, very cool looking. Alright, that removes 4 ultimate move gauge if I'm not mistaken, so that one's like an instant, like, no ult for you kind of move. Let's go for this. That actually gets us his ultimate. I don't... They're about to put buffs on, so I don't know if I really want to use this, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use it once, and then we'll use this to get some damage out. Let's see how much it does, too, because this is the first time I'm using this team, so... Okay, no debuffs, of course. Boom. Okay, 400k is not bad. The left dog seems to take a lot more damage, so it's good that we actually use that on him. I'm not crazy about the cards that we're drawing, unfortunately. We're not getting anything for Freyr, by the way, which is kind of disappointing. He puts up a taunt right here, which is kind of bad. But we can actually remove it pretty easily with Liz, which is good. I think we just go ahead and let's get this out of hand, use this to try to help get our ult back. Remove that stance. And then... we still have the attack-related stats buff for a turn. I think we hit him, or hit the white dog really quick with the Amplify. Boom. Okay, good damage. 157's not bad. We got to start working on this black dog, though. If we don't, it's going to end up biting us quite hard. The extort there kind of sucks. We do have a debuff removal, which is good. Ooh, we really need to heal as well. I think that one's like a co-destruction card, so it deals a lot of damage. Unfortunately, I can't get rid of both ults, I don't think. What is this one? This one's a weak point, which is very bad. And this one is a heal. So I'm not too sure here. Let's get rid of the extort, I think. Hit him with this. Ooh, I really want to take off the ult though. I think maybe we'll just leave the extort at the moment because I really need to try to get rid of that ult, I think. I mean, it's it's a weak point and we're getting rid of our debuff, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Ugh, tough call. I think I'm gonna just do the same thing that I was gonna do. I think I'll actually get rid of that. Hopefully this heals a decent amount. It's not great. Bam, bam. Okay, we're at a decent position now. Obviously, depending on how much they heal will be really bad, but I don't think his ult actually hits very hard. Freyr dies, unfortunately, but he's been useless this whole time, basically, because we haven't pulled, like, any of his cards. Alright, here's the heal. Ooh, Gother taking a lot of damage. No, don't kill him. Okay, that's actually not terrible. I'm really in a weird spot here. I don't think that's gonna kill, and I really needed to heal. Which, I mean, I literally finished it last time with 2 dead characters and was somehow able to pull it off. So hopefully we can do the same thing. But I don't know, because they're really low, but they still have a lot of HP left. That's 119k on him and 123k on him. So I guess we're just gonna go for it and hope for the best, but it's not looking great. Ooh, okay, I think the attack related stats buff is actually gonna like really pull through here. Nice. Okay, so honestly not ideal because Freyr died, but you have to beat those both in the same phase, or else literally one of them just full heals. It's basically over at that point. So yeah, I think at the moment, until I can either get used to the mechanics more and maybe get a better run or something, I really doubt I'm going to be able to beat floor 2 anytime soon. So yeah, the boss is pretty hard. Obviously, I think the entire last week everybody's been saying how hard it was on JP and stuff like that. So if it gives you any sort of perspective, which I'm not like a huge whale or anything, obviously my Freyr is only 1/6, my Melee's 3/6, I think this Gother's only 3/6 as well. It might even be 2/6. So not insane ult levels. I think that is one of the biggest thing that's holding me back. But also getting used to the fight and stuff like that helps a ton, because if I could get to the end of this fight and still have a good amount of HP and stuff on my characters, I would be more than willing to fight floor 2. But floor 2 is also like supposed to be the hardest one. So I guess I'm just going to be sitting on maybe 2 of these per week at the moment until further notice. So that's basically it. I don't have anything else to go over. I literally can't even, you know, attempt to fight this one at the moment. Yeah, that's basically all I got for you. So let me know how it's going for you. If you're able to beat, you know, a whole lot of it, that's really cool. Let me know what kinds of teams you guys are messing with, because I'm assuming because we're on global and the community's so much bigger, that people should be coming up with some interesting team comps and stuff, hopefully. But I think until we get better support for the game mode and stuff, it'll probably be pretty rough for the first little while. But that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one.